Are you ready for it? Are you ready for my secret? That's not just going to get you more productivity, but more profitability out of every single one of your days, as well as the best resource that you can get is time. I'm going to show you how to get more time out of every single one of your days. Sit back, take notes, enjoy it, and watch more time, profits, and production happen in your business and life. Hey, I'm the Viking Marketer, and this is my business partner and fellow founder of Digital Freedom Movement, Kellen Chivy. Since 2017, we went from mechanics busting our knuckles every single day, never getting days off, to unlocking freedom for ourselves and helping thousands of other people just like yourself do the exact same thing. Subscribe and tune in and see how we're creating freedom for thousands of people. Guys, so what I wanted to go over is scheduling. Okay, so scheduling is such a massive thing in so many different capacities in your life and in your success. So the big rule of thumb that majority of high-level performers say that you can really tell a low-level performer from a high-level performer, and the way that you do that is looking at their calendar. If you look in somebody's calendar and it's full and it has learning in it, you know that they're a high performer. If you look at somebody that has an empty calendar and no learning in it, you know that they're low level. And that's going to be the best way for you guys to find success in your life. So, or success in business, all of those kind of things. So what I'm going to go over is a few different things that I would recommend. And these are going to be really, really easy for you to implement into your life and business and all that kind of stuff that will help you find the success that I'm sure you're looking for right now. And without you guys starting to do this, it's going to be really, really hard. Okay. So if you don't start scheduling yourself and you don't start scheduling your weeks, it's going to be really, really hard for you guys to hit, significant numbers, like definitely not six-figure numbers per month. You guys can probably hit 5 figures without doing these scheduling tactics, but you're going to make it harder on yourself. The more of this type of organization and knowing what you're supposed to be doing, it makes your brain think a lot less. So it's just like the day before setting out your clothes, because your brain only has so much thinking power every single day. And if you're wasting it on like stupid decisions, like what you're going to eat for lunch or what you're going to wear each day, you're wasting that like thinking power, you're wasting that bandwidth on things that honestly like don't deserve it. Like they don't deserve that time. They don't deserve that bandwidth. So just know what your next task is, because honestly, like there's tons of science behind this. And one of the things that the scientists have found out, that you do have these blockages in your brain. And when you're going from one task to another, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this, like maybe you're chatting with somebody on Facebook, and then you want to go over and write or do a video, and because it's a whole different thing. And when you go do that video, there's like this lag time in between it where you're just like really resistant to even go do the video, because your brain actually doesn't want to, because there's this barrier, and it actually creates pain inside your brain to switch from one kind of activity to another. So then you get this like really like slow process to go to the other one, and then you get to the other side of things and you can start moving forward. But the only problem with that is your brain takes a bit to get to that kind of mind frame to you're now shooting videos, you're now being like that, instead you're being more analytical, like typing some messages and stuff like that. So just really know that like when you do schedule yourself for something, make sure that you're scheduling yourself for that, and that you're really committed to this, because there's no point in wasting your time writing on a schedule if you're not actually going to be committed to what the schedule says. And put your phone away. Like honestly, guys, like, because that's going to be one of your biggest distractions. Most days, like right now, I have my phone on my desk. But most days what I do, I don't even have a charger in this room because I don't like having my phone by me, because I know like it vibrates. Like our phone have all these notifications. I have so many different emails. I have so many different social medias platforms. It's going to constantly go off. So the more that you guys use your phone and have it sitting beside you, the more that you're going to get distracted. So the schedule also won't work is if you're constantly being distracted and constantly turning off what is ahead of you. That's not to say that you can't take breaks or anything like that. Let's just say you say that you're going to create videos for 2 hours straight. That's fine. I forget what the actual term for this is, but essentially what you should be doing is every 25 minutes taking a break for 5 minutes and going away from what you're doing. So let's just say that you're shooting videos for 25 minutes. You should be getting up and say like going and walking outside, get away from the screen, and then you can come back, do 25 minutes and so on and so forth. And you'll notice you have so much more energy and you will perform at such a higher level. But that's just one strategy. You don't have to do it. You can do it once an hour, like take a break, but it is very important to take breaks, especially if you are sitting down and do some type of movement. Now, when I say movement, that doesn't mean like workout or anything like that. It could just be a walk. I mean, it could be some jumping jacks if you really want to. If you're like my children that just decide out of nowhere, want to just jump up and just let's get some jumping jacks. I was on a call with one of my friends the other day, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, man, I was just working and just decided that I want to get up and just do 50 push-ups." I was like, bro, like, what are you on and how do I get some of this? Those are those things that it really does help like your thinking power and your energy levels that when you're performing tasks. Okay, so those are the things that before I get into any of these type of tactical things that I would be recommending you guys do. So what I would recommend is to start off with scheduling and everything is to grab a piece of paper and a pen and just write out your big things that you want to do this week. Let's just say that you have your own YouTube channel and you want to put out 3 videos. Okay, so I would just put out 3 videos, and then I'd bracket down below film video, post video, or edit video, post video. And then those would be the 3 steps that you'd have to do with that. So you'd have to schedule that into your week. And then the next thing you could be like, I have to make 3 posts. So 3 posts this week. And then maybe your thing is like, I want to get on 10 sales calls this week. Okay, 10 sales calls. So then you have to like open up your schedules to go along with that. Maybe you work a 9-to-5 job still, so you have to put that into your schedule, and so on and so forth. So write out, before you even look at your schedule, write out all of the things that you need to do for the week, like your big items that you need to focus on for certain days and everything. Okay. And then afterwards, what I would recommend you guys doing is just opening up Google Calendar. Okay. So this is going to be the easiest way for everyone to do this. Okay. So Google Calendar, not the most sophisticated scheduling platform in the world. Like we have our Success Journal, which I would recommend you guys doing, but let's just, that's next level stuff. So let's just go on to this and just doing those things. Like maybe you have certain sales that are going through for certain days, all of that kind of stuff, whatever reminders you need. So let's just say that it is Thursday tomorrow. Okay. So Thursday tomorrow, you work from 9, let's just go 9 to 5. Let's just make it an easy thing, 9 to 5, okay? And you put in work. So you actually should be putting in work into this calendar because it's something that you're going to be doing this day. So if you work from 9 to 5, you have to leave for your job, let's say at 8:30, leave. So you want to be very specific with all these things. Leave for work. Okay, perfect. So you have to leave for work at this point in time. Awesome. What time are you going to wake up? Maybe you're crazy like me and like to wake up at 5 a.m. Wake up. Okay, perfect. Just say wake up is only 15 minutes. Awesome. And then, no, we want to put that right there. Awesome. So then we save it. And then you go down from wake up. Let's just do morning routine. Let's just say it's a 45-minute morning routine. Awesome. And let's say that you work on a different, similar schedule to me. So you say, go to the gym. Okay. Awesome. Let's just say that you're getting home at 7:30. Perfect. So you see what I'm doing here is I'm mapping out my whole day. My whole day should be filled out from start to finish. So you see, like, you're waking up at 5 a.m. Your morning routine starts at 5:15. So you better be at whatever the place is. Maybe you do meditation. Maybe you do journaling. Maybe you play a video game. Maybe you watch videos. Maybe you listen to certain things. Maybe you go for a run. I don't know what your morning routine is. That doesn't matter in this sequence. That will be a different video. But your morning routine, 5:15 to 6 a.m., you have a 45-minute morning routine. This is all set. At 6 o'clock, you should be going to the gym and be back home by 7:30. Okay. Maybe your gym session only lasts 45 minutes and you're home by 7. That's fine too. And that's great. Now you have half an hour you can do whatever you want with. Maybe your morning routine only takes 15 minutes when you put in for 45 minutes. You have half an hour to do whatever you want. Those things are fine. It's just you shouldn't be going beyond those things. So if you say that you're going to be doing this, make sure that you do all those tasks to the fullest. And then what I would be doing here is just get ready for work. Okay, perfect. So you're getting ready for work during that. You leave for work at 8:30. Now you drive home from work. Let's say it takes half an hour. Drive home. Perfect. Most likely you have dinner at this point in time. Let's just say that you have dinner. Boom. So now you're at 6:30 and you've done no work for the day. And you guys can obviously see, like, this is a very normal schedule. And if you are an entrepreneur and if you are trying to do a side hustle to the side of what you actually have for what you're actually doing, and you work like an 8-hour day or 9-hour day or 10-hour day, it does become a lot more restricted. So it does make it harder to do the work. This is why the planning is so important, because what I hear a lot of times is people will have schedules similar to this, and what will happen is then they wake up late and then they don't do their morning routine, or they skip out of the gym and then they want to put the gym over here, or they want to like do whatever over here. Maybe their morning routine has to do with, like, say, playing a certain video game, and then they want to play that certain video game over here, and then it goes into work time and everything like that. That's why it's so important to actually go by your schedule and actually understand what your day looks like, because I know so many people that say that they're so freaking busy, but they're not as busy as what they're saying. Is they're just not using their time correctly. And that's a problem. If you're not using your time correctly, or maybe you're saying every day I'm tired, but you're waking up at 5, or like it's so hard to wake up in the morning, and you're like, I want to wake up at 5 a.m., but then you're going to bed at 12 o'clock at night. Of course, it's going to be hard for you to wake up at 5 a.m. You're supposed to be getting anywhere between 6 and 8 hours sleep, depending on who you are and what your functionality is. So it's just, and it's a lot harder on your body if you're not actually going to bed at the exact same time every single night. But you see this, it's 6:30, you just finished dinner, and if you're waking up at 5 a.m., you should be going to bed at 10. Bed time. Okay. So let's just say at latest 10. I mean, it could be 11, but let's just say 10. So you now have from 6:30 to 10 o'clock, which is 3.5 hours. Now, let's just say that you don't have to get ready for work the next day. You don't have to make your lunch. You don't have kids, all that type of stuff. You have 3.5 hours. You could be working in your business. You could be playing video games. You could be watching TV. You could be talking to your friends. You could be going out. You could be doing any of those things, right? But what's going to best serve your life? But a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll be like, okay, well, I finished dinner. And then the brain thing happens where you have this barrier between the next task. And it's like, okay, I want to start working on my business. And all of a sudden it's 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, because you just wasted an hour and a half because you had no clue what your next task was. And you're like, it's already 8 o'clock. You know, I have to I'm already tired. I got to go to bed. I got no energy. I got to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Maybe I'll just do that stuff tomorrow. And that's the excuses that end up happening. And then you have these bad routines because you didn't actually have the plan for the night. And that's definitely a very, very important thing is energy levels. You have to manage your energy levels. You shouldn't be doing all of your all of your like bedtime, all of your stuff, like at the end of the night, like right, like say if you just starting to do work at 9 and you're supposed to be going to bed at 10, like how fatigued are you going to be? Like I know so many people that's when they end up like trying to do their work, and then they're just like, I'm so tired, I just can't. And then they end up passing out or going to like zone out on their phone or whatever for the last hour of the day, and they don't get the stuff done that they wanted to do. And I'm sure you guys can see that this is a normal person schedule, but almost abnormal, because not everybody's going to go to the gym at this hour in the morning, and not everyone's going to go to wake up at 5 a.m. Some people say they don't have the gym, so they're not getting up at that time. Or maybe some people have the most amount of energy in the morning, which most people do. So the gym actually might be better after dinner for them. Because then they can work on their business here. So it's just like, I'm just mapping out a schedule, and you guys need to figure out what's going to be best for you. But the statistics say that your first 8 hours that you're awake are your most productive hours. So that's where you guys should be really putting in your time. So anyways, I'm going to get into this in 2 seconds here. I need a schedule and a routine, or my brain is all fucked. I can't think straight. Then goes the overthinking and anxiety and all the nasty shit.
That's nasty.
And need structure to have my days be easy breezy. And you're so right, Tina. This is from Tina. And this is what happens, is so many people have that exact same thing, and all of a sudden it's 1 o'clock, and all of a sudden it's 5 o'clock, and you're like, where'd my day go? I didn't do anything. And this is what happens when you don't have a schedule, when you haven't done those things, especially if you work from home. Like for me, like if I didn't have a schedule, and if I didn't know what I needed to do for a day, like so many days would just pass me by. Like the days that I don't have a schedule, all of a sudden it is 1 o'clock. Like I was talking about this to Renee the other day. It's like Saturdays are so bad. All of a sudden, like it's 1 o'clock, my family barely have gotten up, and the day's gone, and we haven't even done anything. And I got up at 5 a.m. and it's like, I haven't done anything for like 7-8 hours that I've been awake, and I've just wasted all that good energy because I've been waiting on my family, and they keep saying, wait, when they haven't done anything. And this is what happens when you don't have some structure in your life. The more structure you have in your life, and I'm not saying that you guys have to be like a drill sergeants or anything like that, but the structure in your life will really help you and help your productivity. So let's just say that 6:30 at night, you have to, let's just say that, why did I do that? Let's just say that at 6:30 at night, you're going to spend an hour catching up on business, which is, say, answering comments, messages, etc. Okay, so you're catching up on business, and most people, they need that hour to catch up on business. Maybe it is commenting on other people, doing some outreach, doing some in-reach, all of that type of stuff, the follow-up, all of those type of things. You should have that structured time. And I generally say like that should be the first things that you do, because if you don't do those things, I'm sure you're going to get a bunch more notifications, all that kind of stuff. And it's not going to be good for you. So the next thing you do is, let's just say that you write a post. Let's say this takes you 30 minutes to do. Perfect. Let's just say that now you know that you have these 3 videos that you needed to edit because you're going to be posting them next week, and this is your week to edit them. So then you go from here, edit videos. Perfect, because that was one of those things you wrote down on your schedule to start the week, and then you put down bedtime routine. Now, this could be you writing down your intentions for your next day. This could be a million different things. This could just be you playing on your phone, watching TikTok for 30 minutes, whatever you need to do to unwind. Now, I'm not going to recommend screen time for the last 30 minutes of the day, but you do you, whatever works best for you. And then you're in bed by 10 o'clock. Going to sleep. So this is what is this? 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's 2 hours. This is a 17-hour, say, day that you have scheduled in. Okay. So a 17-hour day with 7 days of sleep, or 7 hours of sleep. This is your routine. And this is normal. And putting, say, 3 hours into your business, that's a solid amount, especially if you're working a full-time job. Like 3 hours, you can do a lot. Like you're catching up with your business, you're getting all those things done, you're writing a post, you're editing videos. And this is something that all of you guys should be doing, is you should be preemptively writing your post, editing your videos, all that type of stuff for the upcoming week. If you guys aren't batching your stuff and you're playing from behind, there's going to be days that something happens. Maybe you have to stay late at work, or maybe you get sick, or maybe one of your friends calls and you have to go help them out, or something like that. And all of a sudden that pushes into your other stuff, and then you don't get those things done. And then all of a sudden you don't have that video to go out, and you normally post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And all of a sudden your off routine, your followers are like, where are the videos? And they think it's weird, and they think that you're not okay. And all of a sudden your views go down and your subs go down, and things start to go bad. And that's one of those reasons, is because you're not batching your stuff. So everyone should always be batching their stuff. Like for our YouTube channel, I have everything at least 1 week in advance, all edited, filmed and edited. And then I generally, the week of, I schedule the whole week's worth of videos, and that's how we do with those. And it's the same thing with posts and everything. I do everything the week before, batch it all out, and then I have it scheduled for the days that those posts are going to go out. And those are those things that you can just spend an hour and a half solely focused on one task. Like you can just get really, really into writing posts, or you could get really, really into editing your video, or you could get really, really into messaging people. And if you're just focused on that one task, you can get into something that's called a flow state, where you're producing at such a higher level. And those are those things that are going to help you be able to get more productivity done, because you're not going back and forth between things, and you're actually focused on what you need to do. So I hope this makes sense, and I really hope this helps. And what I would be doing is the whole week. And the other things I would be doing is just like, say, like Mother's Day there, I would do the other things. And like in my household, my wife puts everything in our calendar. So like our garbage days on Wednesday, she has take out garbage on Wednesday. Our recycling's on Thursday, she has take out recycling on Thursday. All those big things that are like the day of events that you should be doing, put them in your calendar. Like you should know that these things are those days. And so you have a significant other, you should be knowing the days that you need to show up better for those people. You need to like know what you're going to kind of perform like at that time. So those are those things that I would strongly recommend you guys all have. Maybe it's a sale coming in, maybe this is the day that something gets posted. So you just got to make sure that say you have Twitter and you know that a post is going to go out at 3:45, you say post video out at 3:45, make sure you share it on Twitter. Like those are those things that you guys can be putting out, so you have those nice little reminders in your calendar, in your phone, that when you go look at your phone, boom, like it's like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go do that. Oh, I'm supposed to go do this, and those kind of things. So that's what I would strongly recommend, guys. Like schedule as much stuff, big events, things that you need to do for the day, all of that type of stuff in your calendar. So when you have those prompts that are going on your phone, on your email, all those kind of things. So you know what you're supposed to be expecting. You know what you're supposed to be doing next. You know those next things. So there's no thinking about it. This is the next thing that I'm going to go do. And this is when I have to stop it. So I'm supposed to engage in post for 15 minutes. Perfect. I engage in post for 15 minutes. I literally set timers for different things, for different acts and everything like that. So you guys need to be doing the same thing so you can maximize that time. But anyways, guys, that is it for kind of scheduling. This is a basic way of scheduling it. There's much more sophisticated ways of doing these things. There's a lot more stuff that you should be putting in here, like learning, listening to podcasts, all those kind of things, like especially the online entrepreneur experience and Thor thoughts. You guys should have that in your guys' calendars. Those kind of things, like you should have it. And like part of my morning routine is like is intellectual stuff, like downloading on myself and doing different things. Say if you have to mow your lawn, you'd be like mow your lawn and listen to podcasts. Like put it all in there. Like set your full intention of what you're going to be doing at those times, and you're going to get so much more out of it. So anyways, I really hope this helps. I take a lazy day on Sunday to get my post done for the week. And that's amazing, Tina. Like, that's what you should be doing. And I'm sure that's one of the reasons why your posts have got so much better, is because you're just taking that time to intentionally write those posts out and get yourself like ready for the whole week, and get yourself like in that state where you can proofread it, so you're not under the gun. You're not just trying to whip this out of there because you weren't prepared and all of that kind of stuff. So anyways, guys, I really hope this helps. I really hope this really sets you up to have a successful week and have a successful month, all those kind of things. And I would be setting out your whole schedule every Sunday. That's when you should be doing it. And that's when you should be rocking out, is those Sundays, because I believe that that's the first day of the week, or the last day of the week, whatever way you want to look at it. And you really should be like preparing yourself for the rest of the week. So utilize this, put it into action, get the most out of your weeks, get the most out of your time, and get yourself to that flow state where you're just crushing it. Anyways, much love, guys. That's all I have to say. I will see you soon. Let me know if you're having any struggles or anything like that. Put it in the comment section, and I'll see you on that next video. I hope you gained a tremendous amount of value on making money online and the online business world. I know it's not always the easiest thing to break into, so this is why we put out these videos on YouTube and all the other free content that we put out. But if you actually want to work with us and get some of this one-on-one mentorship that we provide inside of our community, reach out to us and we will get you set up with a one-on-one call with one of our advisors. We will set up a customized plan for your online business and how we're going to get you scaled to 5 figures quicker than anywhere else on the internet.